Hello there, my name is Peter Thompson and this is one of my Myths of Golf series. I've heard many times that in match play, and match play is when you're playing against one other person or possibly two, so you can have two people playing against two more people or one person playing against another person. That's called match play. And I've heard many times that in match play you should still play against the course. Well, that may be some people's opinion. I don't think that's right. In medal play, then you have to simply get your best possible gross score and your best net score. In match play, it doesn't matter if you go around in 100 or 200 or 68, so long as you win the match. Match play is very popular. I like playing match play, and I think if you are playing against, let's say, one person, to keep it simple, so I'm playing against someone else in match play, am I going to play against the course or the person? Well, in my opinion, I'm going to play against the person. Let's say your handicaps are the same. Let's say both 15 handicap, so no shots involved, so your gross score on the hole needs to be better than your opponent's gross score. So we'll have a few scenarios. Stand on the first tee, and I'm driving her first. It's my honour. I'm driving her first, and I might choose to make sure, let's say the hole is a par 4, 400 yards, I might choose to drive off with an iron. With an iron, ball middle of the fairway, and let's say it's out of bounds down the right hand side. Well, my opponent now is thinking, well, I'm on the fairway, he's got to drive off out of bounds on the right. He might think he's feeling pretty good. Out comes the driver, big slice, out of bounds. So I'm playing the person, I'm not playing against the course. So he's hit the ball out of bounds, another ball on the tee. Doesn't matter what he uses now really, because he's now playing his third shot. I've only played one shot. I will probably win the hole. So in another hole, and let's say my opponent's won a couple of holes and he's now leading, so it's his honour this time. Stands on the tee, hits the ball, beautiful shot, middle of the fairway. So it's a par 5. I'm now going to think, well, what do I do? Because he's in the middle of the fairway. I need to hopefully match him, so I may well use a driver or a wood of some description to get the ball on the fairway. So his good drive has made me also have to produce a good drive. This could go on all the way around, and we might stand on the 18th tee, all square, and I'm driving off, and it's a par 3. Could be a long par 3. Par 3s can be up to 250 yards, even longer sometimes. So it's a par 3, and there's a lake in front of the green. What would you do? What would I do? Let's say there's the tee, and then there's a fairway, and then there's a lake, and then there's a green. I would be tempted to then hit the ball short of the lake on purpose. So not using a longer club to get the ball over the lake, use a shorter one to get the ball short of the lake. My opponent now might think, well, here's a good chance. I'm going to get probably 4 at the best. He may well think, well, I can win this game. Out comes a wood, hits quite a good shot, but doesn't catch it quite right, and he goes in the lake. He then has to play another shot, but he now knows that I'm going to get, at the worst I'm going to get is a 4, so a little shot onto the green, 2 putts and a 4. Whatever he does now, he's going to have played 3 shots, even if the ball goes on the green. So he's now got to take a gamble now. He's got to get the ball onto the green, which he might well do. But he's on there for 3, I'll be on there for 2. So my strategy in that instance will probably have paid off. If we both take 2 putts, then I win the match. One of my pupils, he was playing in a club championship final against somebody who I think had won it 10 times on the trot, and they were tied for first place over 2 rounds. They then had a 4-hole playoff, and when I teach, or a youngster actually, he was 1 shot ahead, came into the 18th hole. 1 shot ahead, 18th hole, again a par 3, this time with a lake on the left hand side. So he thought, well, what should I do now? I don't want to go on the lake because I'm 1 hole ahead. So he took out a 6-iron and played a shot that I taught him to play. Little half a backswing, pushed the ball forward, so he's now maybe 50 yards short of the green, but crucially not in the lake. That gave his opponent a problem, because John, his name was John, is now going to almost certainly get a 4, and he's 1 up. The other man has to use the club to get the ball onto the green. I think that was about 200 yards. So out comes a longer club, quite a good shot, misses the green, and John just plays a shorter shot onto the green. The other man played onto the green, and I think they both took 4 on the hole, but John won by 1 hole. Winning by 1 hole is as good as winning by 10 holes. So he was playing the opponent, he wasn't playing the course. I could give you hundreds of examples. I've given you 2, and if you think about it properly, if you're playing match play, you need to win. It doesn't matter what your score is. Would you rather on a hole score 8 and win the hole, or score 3 and lose the hole? I've asked hundreds of people that question, and people say, well, I'd rather score 3 actually and lose the hole. And then they think, well, maybe not. Match play, the score isn't important. Whatever you score needs to be 1 shot lower than your opponent. So when you're playing match play next time, and most people do play match play, watch your opponent. See where the ball's going to. Can you improve on what he's done? Can you play safe? Can you take a risk? But don't play the course, play the person. I think you'll find it'll work, unless of course he's doing the same thing, which he may well be doing. Then again, the best golfer will still probably win. So match play, great format. Play against the golfer, not against the golf course. We'll see what happens. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.